Namaste, thank you for listening to me. Today I want to talk about a slightly controversial topic. Either it's going to be really controversial with you or you won't care at all. You'll think what the big deal is. Either way, I want to talk about it. I heard this term on a forum recently and I've heard it a lot. And it's called the positivity mafia. So in the spiritual world, there's this shallow, this Instagram, this meme, Facebook meme. What's Instagram? What's the other one? Pinterest, whatever. Okay, I don't even know all these forums, these tools kids use. Yeah, I'm not that old, but yeah. So there's this Instagram, Pinterest spirituality in which people post, happy photos of them meditating, and they're smiling, and they're also so sexy, and be positive, think positive, everything will work out. And people who have been on the path seriously are very irritated by this because it's a very dumbed down, McDonald's version of spirituality. Just be happy, just be positive, and everything will be fine. This is called the positivity mafia because they have the same answer to everything. Every problem, they have the same answer. Be positive, be positive. And the reason this subject is more complex than it looks like because there is an element to truth in this be positive movement. So I want to talk about both sides. So people who are positive, they're called Pollyannas, and Pollyanna was a character from this movie. I can't remember the name. I think maybe it was Pollyanna. Was that the name of the movie? I can't remember. She's always very positive, and that's seen as a people. They say it as an insult. Oh, you're a Pollyanna, which is an insult. And Marianne Williamson said a beautiful thing. She said, if somebody calls you a Pollyanna, say, thank you, I work very hard for it. Because the environment, there's so much cynicism around, there's so much negativity around. And if you go to most social media forums, especially Twitter and Reddit, they're full of hate and politics and attacking each other. So some positivity is needed. Because we're so full of self-loathing and hate everywhere. And it takes courage to be positive in spite of all the cynicism going on. Even today I was in a spiritual forum and somebody posted a small extract from, let's just say, a new age guru. I won't say who it is, and that small extract was very good. It was useful. Yeah, I found it interesting. But the top two comments below that were like, oh, these gurus, they make so much money by screwing over people, they charge so much money, they're so selfish, anybody can become rich just by fooling people. And I found it so cynical, and so it's like, what's your deal? If you don't like this particular teacher, don't read it. Where's all this negativity coming from? And this was a spiritual forum full of, oh, if we talk to angels, we do angel therapy and Reiki therapy, and we're so spiritual. And even those forums, there's so much negativity and so much cynicism and for everything. And if you're a cynic, you're an idiot. Cynicism is a same word as idiot, because anybody can be a cynic, anybody can be everything is bad, everyone is corrupt, everyone is horrible. It takes no courage, it takes no brain, it takes no emotional strength, because you don't stand for anything, right? You're just putting other people down. So people who are doing hard work, you're just putting them down. Oh, you're just selfish people, or you're greedy, you're blah 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 blah. So in a way, to be a Pollyanna, see the positive in everything, is a very spiritual thing. It's a very difficult thing to do. And I applaud people who can maintain their positivity in spite of all, challenges. But then, on the other hand, we have the positivity mafia. And the positivity mafia are not Pollyannas, because they're not spiritual people at all. That's what makes, pisses many people off, including me, that these people, they're not really spiritual. They're just like, their spirituality is very fake. They're like the Kim Kardashians of the spiritual world. It's all show and and selfies and taking looking pretty and be positive. Sharing memes. There are whole websites where whole spirituality is just sharing meme after meme after meme. Be yourself, trust yourself, be honest. And another picture of sunset or something, or some crap like that. And so this positivity mafia is very dangerous because, like I said, they offer the McDonald's of they are the McDonald's of spiritual. It's easy to digest, but it's very unhealthy for you, and it doesn't give you any nourishment. Real spirituality is like climbing a mountain. It's challenging, it's hard, and most people will fail. It's like climbing Mount Everest without oxygen. It can be done, but it's not easy. Okay, it's not that hard, but actually climbing a small local mountain, or with just a water bottle, small water bottle. It can be done, but it's hard. And the key thing is that there are a lot of challenges on the way. Mostly your own emotions. Your own emotions are your enemy and they try to stop you. And so, the positivity mafia, they do have a point. If you're joyful and peaceful all the time, good things will happen to you. The law of attraction, they are correct in one point of it. The positivity mafia is closely tied to the law of attraction. Again, the law of attraction also does work, but terms and conditions apply. And I won't go into that at the moment. I just want to piss off one group at a time. I'll piss off the law of attraction gang at some of the time. So if you're, law of attraction says that if you're positive and you will attract more positive into your life, and that's true. I can tell you from experience that's 100% true. But the problem is that, the positivity mafia, they're only interested in a very fake, shallow, ego-based happiness. They just want to pretend to be happy. They don't want to be actually happy. Real joy comes from within. It comes from, knowing yourself, knowing your soul, knowing the spirit within you. And to know that, you first have to, face your darkness, because there is a golden light in us, full of joy and happiness. But it's covered by layers and layers of darkness and, hate and disgust and loathing. So all of that has to be removed before the beautiful light in our heart can be seen. So it's true that positivity and happiness can solve all our problems. And it's true that if you take the positive approach to life, it can make your life happy. You can become richer and wealthier, and you can be emotionally better. You can be spiritually better. That's all true. But this happiness has to come from inside. It's not a shallow outer thing. It's not from the outside in, it's from the inside out. And that's what the positivity mafia don't get. They're very focused on, sharing memes and just being, just think positive. No, you don't have to think positive. You have to face your inner demons. You have to do the hard work. And as I said many times before, meditation is not easy. It's hard work. It's a painful process. It's a process with lots of pain on the way, because you have to confront your inner demons. And you have to fight them. Well, not fight as in you're not fighting yourself. You have to face all the hate and loathing you've been suppressing inside of you. That's a very painful process. It's not a happy, clappy process. It's not a rainbows and light process. Most of spirituality and meditation is very painful. It can be heartbreaking. It can make you cry. Because you have to face the darkness within you and you have to make friends with it. And so you've got these two opposite, you've got these cynical people. Everything is horrible, nothing works. All gurus are selfish and everybody's selfish. People just want to make quick money from meditation or spirituality. Oh, I hate all of them. They're all selfish. That's on one extreme, extreme cynical people. And then you've got the positivity mafia. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. Everything is fine when you're part of the team. Yeah. That's a positivity mafia. And they're both wrong, because the cynical crowd, that they're so full of themselves that they think everything is horrible. And the positivity mafia is also full of themselves. And they think everything is happy, clappy, yay, yippee. And these two extremes, they're closer than, just like in politics, extreme left and extreme right are the same, right? They both want to use the power of the government to crush individual freedoms. In the same way, these two extremes, cynical and happy, clappy, positivity mafia, they're both very enamored with the ego and the egoic way of thinking. And they don't want to do any deep work on themselves. They just want to, either cynically dismiss everything, ooh, or they want to be happy, clappy, yeah, I'm spiritually. I won't say you need to find a balance, because you don't. These are, both of them approaches are wrong. There's no balance between these two idiotic approaches. Yeah, there's no balance between them. There's no middle way. The real way is to not play the game of the ego, to find the joy within yourself. And that's hard work. It's like I said, climbing a mountain, but it's work that we have to do. It's actually work. You have to sit down and do it. It won't happen by sharing memes on Facebook. And it won't happen by posting cynical messages on spiritual forums. So we need to avoid both these extremes. Do the work. Do the inner work. Happiness and joy and peace will follow, but they will follow from the inside out, not from the outside in. You cannot force yourself to feel happy, because that's just making the ego happy, and the ego is never really happy. Ego is built from fear and suffering, so it can, by definition, never be happy. The ego has to, in a way, die, or at least become a part of the higher self, and then it can be happy. It's a great servant, but it's a terrible master. Okay, the ego is a great servant, but a terrible master. But like the great philosopher Conan the Barbarian said, that's a story for another day. So, thank you for listening to me. I'm grateful. Thank you and namaste.